What's up, guys? I'm Metasly, and today we've got a different form of video than what I'm used to recording. So I just got back from the Midwest Gaming Classic in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I thought it would be fun to do a pickups video, kind of show some of the stuff that I got. So not used to doing this, so we'll see how it goes, but got some pretty cool stuff, and it was a good time. So if you haven't been to the Midwest Gaming Classic, like I had never been either, this was my first time, I was quite impressed. So in my area,
Gesundheit.
we have a few cons every once in a while. Like there's like 2 or 3 a year that are within a couple hours drive from me. And they're not bad. They're good. I like going to them and get lots of good pickups. It's a good time, good show. But the Midwest Gaming Classic was on a whole nother level from what I'm used to. They had the vendors, which were way bigger than what I'm used to. Probably about triple the amount at the cons in this area. So that was really nice to see. And then they also had a lot of other events and stuff going on. Like they had an arcade set up and like a gaming area. What was really cool, they had a steel battalion set up where they had like a dozen different steel battalions all connected together where you could play. And they did the same with Quake and had like a LAN party of Quake, and then also Halo 2, or I think it was Halo 2, one of the Halo games. So they had a lot of cool stuff to do other than just buy games, although my favorite thing was the vendor hall, obviously. It was fantastic. Everywhere you went, there was great stuff to look at. I was basically anything that you wanted, you could find. Like for example, I just walked in, and at the, like, I think it was the third table I stopped at, there was a Stadium Events and an Earthbound in box just right next to each other on the table. I know you can find that stuff elsewhere, but it's very, very uncommon. And another cool thing that I saw was I think there were 3 different Donkey Kong 64 controllers, like the ones that the handles look like bananas. It's on my list of things to get. It is not in my pickups though. If you haven't gone to the Midwest Gaming Classic, I definitely would say that it is a very good show if you're willing to spend the money. It's not cheap, as I think it's like $70 for a 2-day pass. Me and my brother and 2 of my brother-in-laws, we went, and we went Saturday and Sunday. And for the 2-day pass, it was like $70 or something like that. And plus it was a long haul for us because we live multiple states away. So it's definitely not a trip that I'm going to be able to make every year or anything like that, especially, with kids and work and everything else. But it was very much worth the trip this one time. So let me know in the comments if you've gone and what you think, or if you would like to go. I wish I would have got more footage, but I'm an introvert at heart, so it was really awkward for me to just like stand and film things while everything was going on. But it was cool to get to see some people that I like to watch on YouTube. There's a channel, Chase After the Right Price. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it. But there's a group of guys on that channel, and they were there and got to meet a couple of them. They're super nice guys. Probably some of the nicest people I've met. And so that was really cool, along with the vending. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked, so we're going to go ahead and get into the pickups. So I went into the con with the idea that I was going to buy only Wii U games. I want to go for a complete Wii U set. I'm actually going for 2 complete sets right now. I'm going for N64, which I am far, far closer on and have done more to, and then a Wii U full set as well. So I was like, you know what? N64 prices are pretty much stable. They're not going to go anywhere. But Wii U is kind of uncertain because they were super low there for a while, and then they spiked way up, and now they're dipping way back down again. So I figured now would be a really good time to buy them before they shoot back up, if they ever do. There's a lot of speculation. A lot of people think they're going to go up. Who knows? But I thought now would be a good time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go in, and I'm only going to buy Wii U games. Going to beef up the collection, get some of the more rare ones. And I'm not going to say I should have done that, but it would have been a good opportunity because the 2 highest value games they had there, they had sealed, and I could have got them, but I ended up not doing it. But I got a lot of other cool things instead. So the first thing I got, I believe it was the second table when we walked in the door. I've been looking for a new 3DS XL for a long time. I've been, searching on Marketplace and trying to find a good deal because I don't want to pay full price as much as I have to. So anyway, I walked in, the second table, the guy has 5 of the ones that I'm looking for in a stack. So I ended up picking up this new 3DS XL. I love it. It is a fantastic system. I had the 3DS when it first came out. I was part of the ambassador program. So if you don't know, when the 3DS first came out, it was launched at $250, which at the time was insane for a handheld. But I was one of the people with poor judgment who bought it at that price. And then shortly after, Nintendo realized that it was way too high and it wasn't getting picked up very well. So they lowered the price and then gave a few perks to the ambassadors. It's been a long time. I think I was like 14 at the time or something like that. So I don't remember exactly what they were, the perks. I believe it was like some downloadable games that weren't available to anyone else. For some reason, I want to say it was Metroid Fusion. Let me know in the comments if you remember what the ambassador games were. But I was part of that. And then it was like, I don't know, maybe a year after that, I sold my 3DS because for whatever reason, it was giving me motion sickness, even without the 3D on, which is kind of bizarre. But I was like, well, I can't even play this, so I might as well sell it. I only had like Ocarina of Time and Star Fox remakes at the time. So I ended up selling those off. And then I missed out on the 3DS all the way up until this point. So it's been pretty fun, you know, picking this one up and then going back through and kind of reliving some of the memories, seeing some of the things, even like the Mii Plaza and stuff like that, just kind of trying to remember what it was like the little bit of time that I had on it. But now I am ready to start picking up some games for it. So if you have any recommendations of like the top games to get, let me know. But first we have 2 games that I got for the 3DS, the only 2. So I got Link Between Worlds. Hopefully it's in focus well. I'm not too familiar with doing this style of video. But I've played this for probably 3 or 4 hours, you know, on the drive here and there while my brother-in-law was driving to the con, and it is freaking fantastic. I kind of assumed that I would like it a little bit and it'd just be kind of okay. Zelda is one of my favorite series of all time, and this particular game is fantastic. It's basically Link to the Past 2, and I didn't really pay any attention to the game when it came out, and I'm very glad that I picked it up. It's super fun. So then that leads me into the second 3DS game that I got, which is Dragon Quest VII. See if I can hold it here. Dragon Quest VII on the 3DS as well. I am super pumped to pick this game up. I absolutely love Dragon Quest. Zelda and Dragon Quest are probably 2 of, if not the top 2 of my favorite series of all time. So I'm glad to have a game from each of those. I've never played 7. And eventually I want to play it on the channel. So I'm going to, if I can help myself, I'm going to try to save it and not play it until I can play it for you guys on the channel and get a fresh first reaction of it. So very fun. I eventually want to get all of the Dragon Quest games. I'm not sure how long that's going to take because they're pretty expensive. I think I have 1, 2, and 3, 7, 8, 9, and 11. So I'm not missing too many. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's missing 4, 5, and 6. But those are all quite expensive on the DS version that I want to get. But eventually, I want to play them all on the channel. So we'll see how long it takes me to get those. So I've got the N64 set that I'm going for, the Wii U set, and the Dragon Quest set. So, but I got a lot of other things instead of Dragon Quest games. Also the 3DS came with a case, which was kind of nice. It's nothing too special, but nice that it came with it. And also, I ended up picking up the box for the 3DS that I got, which is pretty nice. I like collecting systems in box, as you will see later. And it was pretty cool because I got the 3DS loose, and at the very next table, they had 3 of this particular box for this particular 3DS. And I ended up passing on it at the time. I think they had it for like $40. And so I walked around the con. I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else that I was going to want more before I picked it up. So after doing multiple laps, because we were there for a couple days, I had brought a couple of PS2 games with me to trade. So I traded a greatest hits copy of Dark Cloud on the PS2 with no manual. And what was it? It was Alien vs. Predator Extinction. That's what it was on PS2. I traded those both to him, and he just traded me straight up for the box. So that was pretty nice because there's a couple of games. I need to get a new copy of Dark Cloud because that one wasn't really up to my standard for collecting. And then, it also had a little bit of problems reading the disc, but I told him that when I traded it in. And then Alien vs. Predator, I had picked it up at a yard sale years ago. I got it for like $5 or something like that. And then I've kept it ever since, and I really have no interest in playing it. So I went ahead and traded it in to get something that I did want, which was the box for the 3DS. So speaking of boxes, let me get through some of this stuff here. Speaking of boxes, I got a blue Wii box and a red Wii box. Hard to get them without the glare from my light here. But got both of those boxes because I have, actually you can kind of see right here up in the background, I have a white and a black Wii box already. So I end on the shelves over here, which you can't see because they're out of the shot. But I have all 4 colors of the Wiis, and I wanted to get boxes for all of them. So I had the loose systems in good shape, and these boxes were only $5 a piece. So couldn't say no to that. So now I have the boxes for all 4 colors of the Wiis. I need to get a Wii Mini eventually. But that was really fun. And also on the Wii, I did not take the price sticker off of this one. But I got a Wii wheel sealed, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm a sucker for boxed systems and accessories. So I got the boxed Wii wheel, and then also Mario Kart Wii Complete, the big box version. This is my favorite Mario Kart by far. I don't think I've played a Mario Kart that I didn't like. The SNES one's hard to for my eyes to comprehend, and the N64 one, ironically enough, since I'm going for an N64 set, it's probably my least favorite. Roast me in the comments if you don't like that, but that's the way it is. So let me know what your favorite Mario Kart is. Definitely Mario Kart Wii for me. It is fantastic. But I got the 2 of these. I think it was, he marked it down a little bit for me, so I think it was $35 for both of them. So I'm very happy with that. Going to be displaying these, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting those on display after this video. And also, if you guys want to see the rest of the game room, make sure you like and subscribe and make it worth it to me to do a game room tour. I really want to, but I want to make sure you guys want to watch it too. So let's see. On the rest of the Wii stuff, I got Metroid Other M, which I didn't have for the longest time, and I've wanted to have. I had played through it when I was a kid, and I really liked it a lot. And I know it doesn't get a lot of love, and they don't like a lot of people don't like what they did to the character, but I don't really remember what they did because I was a teenager and it was just Metroid and I just played through it. So it was $20 on the table, and I saw it was sealed. I'm like, oh wow, that's a good deal. I mean, it's even if it's not a good deal off the price, I still am perfectly willing to pay $20 for it sealed. I couldn't decide if I wanted to keep it sealed or not. But then we got back to the hotel that night, and I realized that it has got this right here, this nasty ding. It's kind of a hole in the back of the case, as you can see. It's all beat up. So it is sealed, but it's not in very good shape. So if I would have seen that, I wouldn't have picked it up. Which is also kind of funny because later the next day at the con, my brother and one of my brother-in-laws that were there with me both got a copy of it just to troll me because they found it for the same price at a different table. 2 copies, both sealed without the ding in the back for the same price. So they got me on that one. So that's all of the Wii stuff that we got. Also, I got Professor Layton Unwound Future on the DS. I have Diabolical Box and Curious Village already. So now this completes the original trilogy on the DS. I have not played this one. I've played Diabolical Box and Curious Village, and I am very much looking forward to playing this one. But that is also another series that I want to play on the channel eventually. So I'm going to try to hold off. I really want to play these games, so I'm going to try to hold off until I can play them for YouTube. But also I need to get the rest of that series as well. There's, I think, 3 more on the DS and a couple on the 3DS. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then a few on the Switch. But love those games. Fantastic puzzle games if you haven't played them. Let me know if you have. But then also, I got, so you saw I got Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest VII on the 3DS. I also got Japanese Dragon Quest VII on the PS1. So pretty cool. I was just looking through random other Japanese games at one of the tables, and they had this for $8. I could not say no to $8. It's not region free and not in English, so I can't play it, but who cares? For $8 to display a game from one of my favorite series, I couldn't say no to that. They also had Dragon Quest X versions 1, 2, and 3 on the Wii at the same table, and that's another one that I wouldn't have been able to play. It's not in English, but I was still very tempted to pick them up. I'm not going to say I regret not getting them, but if I could have gotten them, I definitely would have. If I would have known to not get the Other M on the Wii sealed and to get those instead, I probably would have done it. But it was like $60 for all 3, so I don't know if it's worth it or not. Let me know what you think. But then finally, got one more thing here, and it's more relating to what we're used to on the channel. I got the Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster Strategy Guide. And this thing is in beautiful shape. No, it's not really beat up anywhere. So I am thrilled to get this. I love Final Fantasy X, as we will get to eventually in our 1,000-hour challenge. It is, I hesitate to say it's my favorite because I haven't played them all and I really like a few of the other ones, but it's up there for me. It might be my favorite Final Fantasy. So thrilled to get the strategy guide. I have not played 10-2. So let me know what you think of 10-2. It's quite controversial from what I hear. Also not sure if I'm going to include it into the 1,000-hour challenge because I consider it a spinoff. Let me know what you guys think, if it needs to be part of the challenge or not. But I think it'll have to be in a later spinoff series rather than in the mainline series. But let me know what you think. And that is all that I got. I say all that I got as if it's not much, which by some people's standards, it isn't much, but I have a limited budget. I got some extra fun money to spend for the trip, but I had to keep it in check and not get too much more. There were so many things that I wanted to get, but you know, got a family, want to be able to retire eventually, things like that. So that is all that I got, although I am very happy with what I got, not complaining whatsoever. So let me know what you guys think of this type of video. Like I said, I'm on a budget, so I don't pick stuff up constantly. Wouldn't be able to do this all the time. But let me know if you want to see more of these pickup videos or more game room videos. There is some stuff that I want to do to the game room, like this side over here. These shelves I want to move to over here on this wall eventually. There's a bunch of stuff, actually, yeah, maintenance on the arcade machines. There's a lot of stuff that I could do eventually for videos. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. And also, if you haven't seen any of the gaming videos on the channel, I'm going through all of the mainline Final Fantasy games right now in order, getting 100% on them. And I'm calling it the 1,000-hour Final Fantasy Challenge because according to what I looked up, that's about how long it's going to take, about 1,000 hours. So if you're into that kind of thing, if you're into retro gaming, collecting, and Final Fantasy, go ahead and subscribe and stay caught up on all the videos. And also, if you could like this video, I would really appreciate it because, once again, on a budget, trying to get monetized. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully.